Good evening, someone.
Good evening. Hi.
Alright. How's the day going?
Busy. This is a nice relation. Shoot.
Oh, that's good. Alright, okay. The question goes like this. I've had many stories about, let me just generalize the kind of the power that brings men down. You know, I've had the issue of many people, successful people. You hear that, like last time, you were somewhere in gathering and I heard that someone, so person, is a one top manager in Chevron, and later he lost the job. After that, he's now a taxi driver. Yes, it's not funny. A taxi driver. I was like,
So you're asking what happened?
does it mean that okay, all this while the when was there was not does it mean that Chevron is not paying him a lot of money? They say he has many things, many that, but after he lost the job, he now come down financially, and he lost many things. So how can somebody mitigate losses that someone right at the top to that extent, but when the person the job, and but when the person lost the job, everything will come down worse. Not one person.
I get you. The point your question is clear. I'm not trying to analyze everything and put it in words. The harder they come, the harder they fall.
Okay.
If they hit so largely. What I see most times is that they take risk. Yeah, it's true. No risk, no reward. But they always advocate. Take calculated risk. I'll give you an example now. That's Chevron manager now, for example. He probably has, let's use fictitious figures. As let's say he has 50 million naira.
Okay.
So and he has a house.
Yes.
So there's a business he wishes to embark on. Let's assume it's a new business or an existing business, whichever. But now he needs an additional 20 million. Maybe he needs 70 million.
Yes.
To do that business. Maybe the business is to make a bottled water. And if he does make it, the factory sets up on paper, all his sales and everything, he starts making maybe an additional 50 million every year in profit. So you see now he's taking a risk. He has 50 million naira cash. He needs 20 million, so he probably goes to the bank and uses his house as collateral.
Okay.
And now he has 70 million. He's able to establish that factory. Every year he's now making 50 million naira in addition to whatever he has before, in addition to his salary. So now you call him what? A mega boy, big boy, right? That's good. Now, what happens many times, there are some other probabilities, but what happens many times is that they do not calculate this risk that they are taking. So if the business goes south, he probably has lost his 50 million naira cash.
Yes.
But that would be fine if it's his own money, 50 million, that's all. But he took money from the bank. And the bank says, you're owing us 20 million naira. Your house is probably worth 50 million naira. The interest in 20 million naira has accumulated is maybe 10 million. So you're going to sell your house and give us our 30 million naira. So it's left with 20 million naira. So what if there are other damages that's happened within that period? Other things that he needed to pay for. So he sells the house, pays the bank his 30 million naira. He has to settle other debts and it's left with maybe 5 million naira. Then he has a lifestyle that is funding. That 5 million naira might not handle it. Then he's believing all of a sudden, I will be fine. He's still working, remember.
Okay.
Then he keeps living that lifestyle. Then 5 million disappears. The salary starts coming in. Then all of a sudden, Chevron tells you, say they want to diversify. You no longer need his service. 5 million naira is gone.
Yes.
The job is gone.
Yes.
His house is gone. You see, most people tend to, most time, push everything to spirituality. Just be calming down first. Sometimes it's just poor financial planning. Don't test the waters with both feet. What if something is wrong with the water? Both legs are gone. You're on the ground. So what is good for you is calculated risk. If that factory had worked, he's a mega boy. But did he do any analysis to relating to what if it does not work? I had I think let's call him an auditor in my office, and we had a conversation generally. You know, I said his job is to tell you what is wrong, not the good parts. Yeah, your boss is to tell you the good parts. Oh yeah, we're doing this right, we're doing this right. They're trying to tell you what is wrong in that thing. So in your own life, what I do is I analyze both. What is good in that business? What is good in that thing?
And what is wrong?
And what is wrong? But most people just focus on what is right. What is right? If I start selling 50 million and 15 million, yeah, nice. But what if something else goes wrong? Do you analyze it? So a nice advice would have been, do you know what? Instead of starting the factory at maybe 1,000 bottles capacity, use your own money. Don't take loan for a startup. Don't use your whole 50 million naira cash. Use your own money. Start small. Make it a 250 bottle capacity. If you see the results, you can scale. So don't always believe the reason he failed because of X or because of Y, because of Z. Most time, analyze it as poor financial planning. That's why the guy who has 100,000 is able to scale and scale and scale. And the next thing you hear that he has 100 million. Because he was able to analyze and use that 100,000 with the risk, make decisions that will ensure does not lose everything. Yeah, you must take the risk. You just make sure you're calculating the risk properly. So he loses his 100,000, he loses 50,000. He can build again. Yeah. And before you know it's back to 100, then he starts going back from there. And he will make that mistake twice. But if he expended the whole 100,000, you know, he is always poor. The family is poor. They're poor. Most times, it's financial things can happen. Life can happen.
Yes.
But those are the rare circumstances. They are not the everyday, every time circumstances. Most times, analyze is just poor financial planning. So when you hear such stories, you want to first of all go. Remember, what goes around comes around. That circumstance that guy was in, it's easy to stay in one corner and say, I will not fall for that. I will not. Remove bias, analyze the guy's situation, and ensure you've learned from that situation and don't make that mistake yourself. Because someday you might be the one they will talk about. He was all of a sudden you get the idea. But that's what happens most times when you see such powerful men and they tell you they were once successful.
Okay, well, that's good.